Hi everybody, Heather Coleman here on this gorgeous day, sitting amongst my Rose of Sharon outside my house. It's absolutely beautiful. So we're going to have a little tarot card message for the remainder of August, and or whenever you see this message is timeless. If you're new, welcome. I'm Heather Coleman, heatherlcoleman.com. I do readings, messages from deceased, tarot card readings, anything from 15 minutes up to an hour, email readings, energy work, and Reiki. So let's dive right in and see what Spirit has for us. This is so interesting. We get the Eight of Swords again, and in this deck, it's labeled Winter. And I believe that's because when we're in the suit of the mind, the intellect, there are times that it can feel sort of cold and disconnected. I feel like that just may be why the authors here decided to label the suit Winter, but we are talking about the mind, the intellect. And the deck that we're working with is the Fairy Tarot by Radleigh Valentine, the Fairy Tarot. And keeping in mind that we're working with the energy of the fairies here, the fairies are great for helping us to release a false sense of control. So I'm going to encourage you to ask yourself, where in your life could you be holding on too tight to something that deep down we do know that we can't control? So where can you release a false sense of control so that you are able to reclaim a sense of empowerment and control in your life, which is what this card is all about when we have the Eight of Winter. It's all about, see, if you look at this young woman here, she's on this iceberg. She doesn't feel like there's really anything she can do, right? Can she get to the surface? Well, actually, yeah. If you look at it, she doesn't have to step that far. And yeah, she's got all this fancy gear, but that skirt will move. She's got wings. The girl could fly, okay? So she can't control the winter, the fact that there's ice, but she could pick up those skirts. They're movable. She could step over. She could fly. Oftentimes with the Eight of Swords, there's actually two ways the person could change their situation. They just don't realize it. So where in your life might you have at least two options, maybe more, to at least create some change in a situation that seems unchangeable? Ask yourself that. So that's card one. Card two, I love this. I love where this is going. The Two of Spring, we're in the suit of energy, creativity, ideas. Sometimes this is the suit where we may have ideas developing that haven't become manifest, but Spirit's message for you is to trust in those ideas you have to create, whether that's in your business, your personal life, your home, your family. Quick example how this can work. Years ago, I said, I want perennials like this beautiful Rose of Sharon. I knew that as a busy mother, I needed a garden that I didn't have to do a ton to maintain. So I do. I have this Rose of Sharon. I have a rose bush that comes back every year. So this is about having ideas that may not be manifest right away, but trust in the process and the time. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity, partnering with others. Now, what I'm going to do, and I didn't expect the reading to go this way, but it's going to make sense. We're going to jump into the bonus cards now. I drew two bonus cards, which here I was in my human brain thinking, we're going to do these at the end. But as we all know, Spirit and Source is at the wheel. Let's remember this again, piggybacking on our message with the Eight of Swords. Let's check ourselves. What are we really in control of? What can we give up to Source, to the universe? So, talking about partnering with others who share your dreams, I want to get to the bonus cards. We have two major arcana. And sorry about the shaky camera out here in the garden, but this was so interesting. I drew the Hermit and Unity together. Unity is sometimes the Hierophant or the Pope. Not always, but sometimes the Unity card can be talking about having like a religious community. But it's about a lot more than that. It could be talking about that for you. When we talk about the Unity card, it's about finding people who have similar mindset, similar belief system, who get you and you get them. But when we have the Hermit card paired up with this can be a message that if you are not aligning with people, take time to yourself. Be your own best friend, be your own spiritual community. alone time can help you to connect with your intuition. I know a lot of you that follow my channel are working on your communication with your own personal team of angels, your deceased loved ones. That alone time, that hermit time, can help you do that. So when we have these two cards coming up together, and they ended up right next to each other in my deck, which I don't think was a coincidence. This is really talking about you finding a balance of knowing when to do things on your own, knowing when it's best to take space, maybe from people who you do not align with very well, maybe just a balance of alone time, and looking to where you can spend time, let me put this down, with this unity card with like-minded people that build you up, and vice versa. This is also a call to look at how you affect others too, and just to have an awareness of give and receive. And when we find the right community, the right tribe, like-minded people, we don't even have to worry about whether we're giving too much or they're giving too much, because you're in balance with these people. So finding those people, and if you're not finding them, it's okay to be in hermit mode. So that's, I think, very interesting with the Two of Spring, because this talks about long-term planting seeds, trusting in your visions for the things that you want to create, the things that you want to call into your life, and partnerships. But it's okay if you can't always find the right partnerships at the time that you want to find them. But let's trust that the right people are coming into and will be coming into your life when they're supposed to. So be on the lookout for that. Now, our final card, and I love this being the last card in our reading, is the Nine of Autumn, or Earth Pentacles, which is really cool given the fact that I'm doing this video outside among nature, among the practical, at home here. I love this card. It talks about personal satisfaction, personal peace, feeling like you have enough for yourself, enough money, the right kind of foods. You have everything you need in your living environment to have peace. In this particular deck, we're going to look at both the message and the imagery. We have this message of rewarding yourself for your hard work. It's easy to forget to do that. Spirit really wants you to look at ways to congratulate, celebrate yourself, and reward yourself. Also, let's look at the imagery. We have plentiful fruit. Again, kind of neat that we're out in my garden and we have someone that has these fruitful grape plants here that she's planted. We also have this musical instrument that she's playing. So for many of you, take this if it resonates. This could be a message to figure out how to get more music into your life, whether that's playing music, whether that's listening to music, singing. Maybe you like to dance. Maybe you like to see live music. Make this more of a priority in your life if that resonates. Also, my attention is drawn to this pumpkin here, which I think makes sense given the fact that we're shifting into fall. Spirit's final message for you, for all of us, is that fall is going to be a bigger harvest than we are anticipating. Take that how it resonates. That could be income, that could be debts going down, that could be new friendships, that could be reconnecting with relationships that have sort of become a little more distant. And just keeping in the backs of our minds, when we hear that message about relationships becoming more distant, sometimes we think of that as sort of a negative thing, where we might have had frustration with someone or disagreements, but that's not always the case. Sometimes we don't even notice when we just drifted a little bit with someone because our lives bring us in different directions. So be on the lookout for maybe people that you know that you just don't see often, where you begin to come closer, you develop better friendships. What a wonderful message. What a positive way to wrap up this video. I hope this brings you some peace. Take what resonates from this. And if you know someone that could really benefit from these messages, share that with them. Maybe this is exactly what they need to hear right now. I'm online, HeatherLColeman.com, YouTube. Subscribe if you're not already so you never miss a video, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.